Season's greetings, Libra. Welcome to your December. So check that out if you so desire. But let's get into December here, Libra, and see what's coming up for you. You Libra and Libra rising. The challenging energy in December is going to be around, there's some sort of delay or frustration in a relationship. Now, this could be a personal relationship, but for most of you, this seems to be coming up around your family of origin. So, I mean, that's kind of apt considering it's December and a lot of people are going to be going home for the holidays, dealing with their family, you know, dealing with maybe residual issues that have been hanging around for a while. I feel like, though, that someone has maybe given you some advice about a situation that you are dealing with a member of your family or members of your family. And it may be just difficult to approach this person and talk this over, but it seems like maybe somebody gave you some advice of maybe something to say or a way to approach this situation that you hadn't thought of. So, you know, and for some of you, it may just be a challenge to communicate with a certain person in your family. You're not on the same page. You don't see things the same way. I mean, I think we all have at least someone in our family that you're just, you know, you're different and you don't really jive with each other's viewpoints or opinions on things. And it's just difficult for you to see eye to eye. So for December, you know, this is an expected challenge though, because this is hardly new. But I mean, if there's been a rift or some sort of argument, you know, it may be that Libra, you're looking to fix it, and that would make sense because Libras are always trying to kind of balance everything out, mediate, you know, make things, smooth things over, temper things, and that could be what you're trying to do, but it's just challenging for you to, maybe you feel like everything you say, it comes out the wrong way, or what you have in your head that you want to say, you can't articulate it. And so that may be your challenge in December, is just communicating with somebody who's difficult to communicate with anyway. The road's advice to you is not to lose your temper. Try to stay patient. You know, if you are expecting this person to kind of mend fences or whatever, they're expecting you to mend. Okay, so you may feel that this person owes you an apology and they should take the first steps. Well, this other person feels that way as well about you. So what you have is kind of an impasse where nobody's going to do anything. And, you know, the situation is just going to continue to be contentious, which is not good for anyone, especially around the holidays. But I mean, we do have cosmic storms rolling in for the last 2 weeks of December, so everybody's going to be dealing with some very tempestuous astrological weather. You know, so everybody's going to kind of be bouncing off of each other, this kind of just negative stuff that's in the air. So, you know, the advice may be because or what this seems to be, what they seem to be saying, in my opinion, I'm sorry, there's like a thunderstorm, tornado maybe going on. If I disappear, I've just been blown away. No big deal. Maybe I'm going to Oz. Okay, I'm ready, you know? Yeah, anyway, that's, what they seem to be saying is that, you know, maybe now over the holidays is not the time to try to smooth this over. Maybe you need some more time and distance. Maybe you need some more time to think things over. So just kind of maybe if you're going home, if you have to go home, some of you may decide not to. Some of you may just be like, you know, I'm not going to deal with this right now. But, you know, it may not be the time to smooth this over. That may come later with all this astrological stuff going on, these difficult aspects over the holidays. It may be best to put that off for a little while. Help you can expect is that you're going to be receiving support from someone. So if you do go home, it seems like you'll be getting messages or exchanging messages with somebody from afar. This could be a partner or a love interest or just a good friend. I mean, just you'll be kind of maybe telling them, texting them, telling them what's going on. And they'll be offering their support to you because they're going to be going through their own things at home. At their respective holiday celebrations with their family, and you'll just kind of maybe be venting to each other, commiserating a little bit. I do feel for a lot of you, you will be separated somehow from maybe, somebody who's important in your life over the holidays, and that's, going to be difficult. But at the same time, it'll be nice to have that to kind of go to and kind of, what did they say? And then right back. So yeah, a lot of messages going back and forth. What has to be kind of accepted about December is that you are closing a chapter on your life. You are moving into a completely new phase. And December is an integral part of closing the door on your past in some way. Closing the door on relationships from the past, groups from the past. And sometimes maybe even your family. I mean, we don't choose our family. We just kind of get thrown into it. And it's not always... We don't always get along with our family. Just because you're blood related doesn't mean you're besties, So, I mean, it could be that maybe you need to distance yourself from your family for a while. If you live with your family, it could be that next year you're going to be like, it's time for me to get out of here. If you're younger and still living at home, next year is probably going to be the year that you kind of liberate yourself. But the new beginning is coming, Libra. In December, it may be so cloudy and there may be so much going on that you just don't see that. It's kind of like you can't see the forest through the trees kind of thing. But you are going to be able to move beyond these difficult relationships and form more positive ones. You're going to create your own family in some way. This can be in a literal sense in that, you get married, you have children next year, or there's the start of that. And you create your own tribe. And, or this can just be a tribe of good friends, a lot of new interesting people that really care for you that you're going to meet next year and form your own kind of family base. For those of you who do go home for the holidays, there will be disruptions, arguments, disagreements, and it's not always going to be centered around you. It will be going on with, there will be a lot that you'll just be kind of watching from the sidelines and kind of, watching what's happening around you. But at the same time, I think there's going to be a lot of joy and a lot of happiness in your life over the holidays, Libra. There's something very positive going on that's kind of an undercurrent to all of this. Something going on maybe behind the scenes. While all of this kind of chaos is going on. For a lot of you, it's going to have to do with a relationship. Okay? There may be somebody new in your life. And again, this could go back to this communication that's going on while you're away. For some of you, this could be a new business partnership that you hear about while you're on the holiday, while you're away for the holidays or towards the end of December. It's going to start next year that you'll be very happy about. So this could be a new job or a new business partnership that's going to come through for you and be very, very positive news. Something that you have been waiting for, Libra, is going to culminate in December. You're going to get news, or you're going to get news that it's going to culminate next year. But that's going to do a lot to lift your spirits. Just kind of give you the gumption and the attitude to deal with any sort of negativity or chaos that may be going on around you or with your family or with issues there. Just kind of, if dealing with people in a certain way before has not worked, then maybe try a new approach. You know how people are, you know what their reactions are going to be. So if that's the way that they're going to react, then maybe change up your reaction to them or change up the way that you kind of deal with them and see. Because, it's that saying that, if you don't change the recipe, you get the same results, or don't change the ingredients. I don't know, maybe totally effing that up, but you know what I mean. If you don't change up your approach, then you're going to get the same results. So change it up. See what happens. You may just people may be like, what's happening? I don't know how to respond to that. And it may just give them some time out to sort of think about things. But something that you start in December, or something that starts for you in December, Libra, is going to be, over the next year, very important. You know, you'll be building this over the next year. So whether it's a relationship, whether it's a business partnership, whatever this partnership is that makes you very happy in December, okay, and it's going to be a very important part of your life. So something very good is starting, Libra. I'm sorry to report that, you know, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster over the holidays, but again, there's that silver lining of something very positive starting, and something that's going to continue to be very positive for you through the next year. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I wish you a great holiday. You know, despite all of this, you know, take what little joy you can get and run with it, and you know, just do your best to kind of keep the peace. And, you know, leave these difficult relationships to resolve at a later time, because it's just not, I think it'll either make it worse, or you'll be disappointed with your results if you try to rectify those over the holiday season this year. So good luck with that, Libra, and I will see you again in January.